Okay, this is to help you to figure out where you're going to start marking your squares with thread. So the X in the middle, which is right here, this is a little bookmark pattern that I purchased. And here's the right boundary, and here's over here is the left boundary over here, this side. And then it's up this way and down. So to start figuring out where you want to put your threads for your markers before you start stitching, you're going to figure out where the middle is, which is the X. Then each small square counts as one square of 8 of fabric. So to figure out where you're going to start, because you're going to go, you want to get over here, and then you're going to start your threads and go from left to right, enough to cover each one of these threads that we're going to make the squares with the thread. So what you do is you count down, because this square right here is 10 by 10. So we're going to count down 5, and then we know we're going to go over 5, and then we're going to go over this whole square, which is going to be 15. So to get to the edge of the pattern, we need to go down 5 squares and over 15, and that is going to be the edge of our design. So what we would do is we would take our fabric that we were going to use, find out where our center is, like fold it this way, and then fold it this way, and this right here would be our center. So we just take this and put that in there, and then we know that that's, just for example, say that was the center of our bookmark. So we would count down 5 squares down, say this is the middle. We'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're counting blocks of fabric, not holes, blocks of fabric. So we count that again: 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block. Here's the 5th block. Now we want to go over 15 because we were already in the middle of the 2nd block. So 1, 2 square, 3 square, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So our edge of our pattern would be right here, and I'm making a big hole so that I can see it. So I can see it right there. You can see the hole. Okay, so that right there corresponds with, here's our X, we went down 5. Here's our X, we went down 5, and we went over 15 to right here. So that is right there on that fabric. So what we can do is we're going to start our marking with thread. So we're going to go up, we'll start with a notch to begin with. That'll make the fabric a little tighter. Okay, so our first mark is going to be with a notch. So we're counting fabric, not holes. So we're going, first block is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here is the 10th block. So from here to that red notch is 10 squares of fabric. So we're going to put our thread in there. Then we're going to pull up here and go up 1 notch. Then pull it back down and put it right in where we did before, like that. So we have a notch. So we have 2 notches. Then we're going to come up the next square over. So we've already counted this first square in between the notch and the needle. So this is 1. So you've got 1 block, 2, here's the second block, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down it goes. We're making our notch. And this seems time consuming in the beginning, but it's really not, because it saves you from having to undo stitches. So there's our first block of our third. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is right there. See how it kind of ends up right on the other side of the fabric. Just the same as the other one. This wasn't really a piece of fabric I was using for this, but it worked. So, okay, so there you have 3 right there. So what you could do is you could go to make your next row, you start right there, because that's your corner. So you go down 1, there's your first block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one would go the same. And you count over. Oh. Count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you make your mark. And you find that you have a square. There's your mark right there. There's your mark right there. So you have a square of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 is this corner one. Okay. Alright. So that's how you do that. So your next one will come up here. So this is your first block right here. Right there is your first block. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now you can always double check yourself by seeing if your block lines up with the notch above it, and it should. See, because there we're making a notch here, and there's a notch there. See, so here's your notch, and it lines up with this one. See? Lines up. So then your next one, really, you could just come down here like this and put it in there. See if you got eyes, good eyes. And there you've got, oh, see, I don't have good eyes. See, and there you've got 2 rows. And I just do this with no particular color thread, just something that I have left over. And you do it like that, and that gives you your perfect squares, so you're not going to mess up. And if you do, it'll only be in this little square right here that you're working. And you can count off from the squares instead of from your stitches that you've already done. Okay, that's it.